everyone. So we're going to begin a stress relief practice. My dog is here, so if you hear something growling, it's not me or my stomach, it's actually my dog. So if we just come to sitting anyway at all first, is a really good way to begin any yoga practice. And this is for beginners and people that have practiced for a long time. And just coming to how you feel right now in this moment. And see if you can breathe in and out through your nose. And allowing yourself to bring in the recognition of liking thoughts or emotions or disliking them. And letting them be surrounded by a bowl of awareness where it helps to keep us in a frame of mind of objectivity rather than subjective. And both are really important in daily life, but the objectivity allows us to take a step into a field of awareness and witnessing consciousness. And in this way, we can attend to a yoga practice and work with the emotions and the thoughts as they arrive. So letting your palms be upward facing if that works for you today, otherwise downward facing. They're quite different. And so if you do ever get a chance when you're sitting anywhere, you can just test it. As you breathe in and out, I would like you for our short practice of about 35 minutes to try to move the belly as you breathe in, so the belly draws away from your body as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, the belly relaxes in towards the spine. But there's no need to change it either. There's no need to do something to your breath anytime you remember. It's more about connecting into that point of awareness. That would be the strongest factor in any yoga practice. I'm aware that I'm breathing is a really good start. And then we'll just come to cross legs, because I think sitting folded knee is hard for some people. And actually sitting cross-legged is difficult for me due to old injuries. But we'll all do it together. And we won't be here too long either. But it's just to begin moving a little bit. So one hand takes the opposite knee, and you're just resting your hand on the knee. And the other hand rises up, and you inhale and lengthen. And then exhale, place that hand behind you, kind of in alignment with the middle of your back. Lengthen through your spine. And breathing in and out, find, if you can, the belly moving away as you breathe in. And the belly relaxing in towards your spine as you breathe out. And turning your head. And just breathing in that same way. And then we inhale and we lift that hand at the back up to the sky. Exhale and bring that hand all the way over to the other side. Inhale and lift the hand that was in the front initially up. And then exhale, place that hand all the way down. So my fingertips are down, just to make it easier for me. If you have your solid hand down, make sure that your back is flat. A lot of people tend to round their spine, so keeping the back flat. And then before you turn your head, breathe in and out. And on that out breath, you can turn your head. And then finding your breath again. And then inhale and we lift that back hand up. Exhale, both hands come onto both knees. Inhale and lengthen up through the upper chest. It's kind of awkward. And then exhale, release your hands and fingertips come down in front of your calves, shins. And then inhale, lift your chest up and your hands go behind you. Exhale and bring your feet out in front. And then we rock our knees one way and rock our knees the other way. Rock your knees to one way and rock your knees to the other. And last time, inhale the knees one way. You'll notice that your bum kind of slides forward, but we'll just finish that sequence. And we're going to come up to standing. So the only thing tricky about coming up to standing is minding your back. I'm very aware of the weakness in our backs can often relate to the stability in our lives. And I think with the pandemic, it has destabilized almost everyone's sense of self. But having come from past traumas, you might even feel more stabilized, depending on how you are on any given day. So just become very aware of where you have come from and how you are today. So to come up safely, we'll just go through that because this is how I teach it to everyone. Bring your fingertips down onto the floor and then lift your hips high. I always keep my knees bent when I'm coming in and out of a forward bend, and then both hands come onto my knees. You flatten your back and you lower your hips and bend your knees. Inhale and scoop your arms up to help you lift up. Exhale, roll your arms back and down. So that movement of lifting the arms and rolling the arms back and down can really help to open up the heart area, which gets really harbored, protected, and almost rigid because there's so much going on in the world that is a bit fearful and anxiety creating. So let's let go of it for a little bit anyway. Just start to bring your arms near your shoulders and roll your elbows. And start to draw circles with your elbows. So if you were looking at me head on, it would be more like this. And what I'm trying to do is draw the elbows back towards each other. Of course they won't go. They can for very young children, actually. It's really surprising what young kids can do, but at least as we get older, we can still bring the elbows closer together at the front, all the way up to the sky and down and around. Excuse my throat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then we start to use the whole arm movement. It's a bit like that backstroke for swimming. So the arms release down by the side of your body and you're just rolling one arm behind you and your body kind of tilts, and then the other arm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and just letting that flow happen all on its own. And you notice the breath just starts to relax. Any tensions held from the day, the evening, the morning, the week can often start to release a little bit now once we work with the breath, the chest and the pelvis. And so now we just relax the arms down. What we're going to do is what's called a Vata reducing practice, because I'm an Ayurveda therapist as well as a yoga teacher. And a Vata practice is really only about anxiety reduction, stress reduction, settling the mind. And so what we need to do is really focus on the posture with our mind and allow our heart to be released from all of the fearful thoughts. Easier said than done. But there is a method to it. And the method to releasing the heart is giving intention to our practice. So bring your hands to your heart and letting your eyes be wide open and looking ahead straight into all of the abundance that you are moving towards in every moment. Press into your feet and allow your whole body to be held by the earth beneath you. And breathing in and out again with the belly moving if you can. And see if you can bring in an intention of gratitude. which is often a very good start for any yoga practice. Even just gratitude for someone that you love, a gratitude for the blue sky above us, the earth beneath us, the sun in the sky, although it may not shine as much where we are on any given day. And then we inhale and we release our gratitude out to someone that we know may need it today. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge your hips, and just bring your arms shoulder height straight out ahead of you. Try to draw your belly in as you do this, as we create strength in the middle of the body. And then I'm going to bring my belly towards my thighs and hang my head. So you see my knees are really bent. Hang your head. Just feel that stretch through the lower back. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. And then pressing into your left foot, it doesn't really matter which foot, it's just how I practice this. Right foot goes back, big step back. Right knee comes down. Fingertips just stay down on the earth. If you have the freedom and strength, you bring both hands onto that front knee and you lengthen up. Otherwise, you can stay here and just look ahead, lengthening through the spine. But otherwise, you're all the way up here, pressing into the back foot, pressing into the front foot. And then the hands slide down that leg. Everyone bringing the front foot back. Knees are underneath your hips. And then flatten your back. Sink your back and eyes look ahead. Round your back and curl through your spine. Sink your back. Inhale. Exhale, round your back. And then flatten your back. Fingertips come down. And just really gently bring your hips back to your heels. Exhale, really long and slow. So your fingertips can stay down, or else you bring your belly onto your thighs and you just relax your forehead to the earth. It's a posture of surrendering to all that is in our life. And it's also known as Balasana, so the child pose. To be the smallest once again. Press into your lower legs and rise up. And come onto your fingertips. What we're going to do is step that foot that we stepped back with first. We're going to step it forward. So go ahead and bring that foot out to the side if you need to. Otherwise, you're stepping it all the way forward between your hands if you can. Sometimes it takes a little practice, so try not to be too judgmental about how your body operates when you're first learning any practice, no matter what it is. And then we lengthen through the back leg. And you know where we're going, don't you? You step forward with that left foot or the opposite foot, both hands onto your knees. Inhale, head and shoulders lift. Exhale, lower your hips. Inhale, lift your arms up. And roll your arms back and down. So, I blow out through my mouth when I'm doing some of the exhaling, especially when I'm at home or with family members. I can't really do it in yoga classes, because there's no yoga classes, but it's just a good way of really releasing any residual held breath. So when you feel that you need to, go ahead and use your lips like a straw to help release any exhale that you might feel. It would be better than breathing in and out through your nose. It happens often very naturally. So we start again, we inhale, you press into your feet. And then exhale, arms shoulder height, and just come into this chair pose, extending your arms away ahead, so you're stretching through the middle of the back. Breathing in and out, and we just stay here. See if you can wiggle your toes and your fingers, and then your belly onto your thighs. Hang your head. Your knees are still bent. Just lift your head and shoulders up. Breathe in. And then step your left foot back and left knee down. Stay here if you need to, but otherwise you come up onto the back knee. Everyone's smiling just a little bit, eyes wide open, with expectancy of abundance as we move forward in our lives. And then we peel that down. Bring that front foot back. Knees are hip distance apart. Flat hands down. Sink your back. So this is cow's back. If you have children, they can say moo. And round your back into cat's pose. And if you have little kids, or maybe you want to try it yourself, this is cat's pose, and we say meow. And then to the flat back. And then you're turning around. I want you to look at your feet behind you, sort of like a cat looking for its tail, and go the other way. Just doing it really gently. It's kind of like a lateral bend, but what we're working on is opening the ribcage area. So you inhale here. Exhale to the other side, blowing out through your lips. Inhale here. And back to center, exhale. When you're ready, you come onto your fingertips, round your back and hang your head. Just look at how I have my hips are over my knees, or actually my hips can go even further back. I get this bigger stretch to the sacral areas, through the lumbar area and the pelvis, which my back really needs. I was after twinging it just before I started this lesson. So coming forward, I'm going to step my left foot forward. I want you all to feel free to do a few steps. You might even use your hand to help bring it forward. And then looking ahead, lengthening through the spine, everyone smiling a little bit. Turn that back toe down and lengthen through that back leg. Oh, lovely stretch. And then step that foot forward. Hang your head, bend your knees, flat hands on the earth. Connect into the earth's energy, this force of life that's beyond our simple understanding as humans. And then inhale, leave your fingertips down on the floor, see if you can lengthen through your spine. Exhale, peel the palms of your hands down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, and give thanks to the earth if you feel that you can today. This last time, we bring our hands onto our knees as we inhale. Exhale, lower your hips, swing your arms up, blowing out through your lips. And roll your arms back and down. Hands to your heart. How about gratitude for your own loving heart? For all the love that you pour out to others. Can you bring that back into yourself? Hands on your heart, even just to recognize how beautiful you are when you smile. And if that's difficult for you, allow the difficulty to arrive, but you're in a witnessing awareness, keeping you out of that space of angst and frustration or judgment. Just noticing how it feels to accept that you're beautiful when you smile. Maybe you're okay with it, which would be great. And so then we're going to pace it up a little bit. So inhale, lift the arms up, rotate your wrists. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge your hips. Arms come straight out. Now if you want to make it harder, you keep your arms alongside your ears. Eyes are looking straight ahead. Fold. Bring your belly to your thighs, hang your head. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up, and then stepping back with your right foot, big step back. You can bring the knee down, both hands onto that front knee. Use the first practice. Keep to the simple if you're only building muscle strength in your body. Otherwise, if you're strong already, you're lifting your arms up. Link your thumbs. Spread your fingers wide and inhale and open through the front of the chest. You're not actually bending the lower back. We're keeping the belly strong. And then exhale, center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Press into both feet. Inhale and open. And then exhale, center. Both hands come down onto the front knee. Slide your hands down that foot. Lengthen through the back leg. Now you can either go back on both your knees or into downward dog. Downward dog is a funny one, but it's a great inversion, and it really helps to give us inspiration. Inhale, lift your heels up. Flatten the palms of your hands down and exhale. Lower your heels towards the floor, but the heels are not touching the floor. Inhale, lift your heels up. Your shoulders come over your wrists. Exhale, lower your heels down to the floor. Press into your hands and smile. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, lower your heels towards the floor. Everyone bring your knees down. Keep your toes turned under and bring your hips back. Stretch your hands forward and bow to the loving earth. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Slide your hands back. Very good. Just slowing it down now. Find your breath here. Inhale. And exhale. You're going to release it out of your mouth. Go. Inhale. And releasing it out. Go. Last one. And letting it go. We're bringing that right foot forward now. Stepping it forward. Both hands onto that knee. Lengthening up. Then the left hand comes down, so opposite hand to opposite foot. And lifting, same side hand as the front leg up. Rotate it if you want. And then that hand scoops down to the floor. Lifting the back leg up. And just gently stepping it forward. Into your forward fold just for a moment. Hands onto your knees, lift your head and shoulders up. Lower your hips and swing your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower your arms down. Inhale, lift your arms up, press into your feet, strong front of the body. Exhale, arms shoulder height. And then into your forward fold. Good job, everyone. Fingertips down, hang your head. Touch into the earth through your feet and your fingertips. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up, strengthening your spine. Exhale, lower your head and shoulders towards your thighs, your knees, or your shins. There's no right or wrong as long as you are safe. Inhale, head and shoulders lift. And exhale, bring your belly onto your thighs, hang your head and bow to all your misunderstandings. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale and bow into all the love in your heart. Pressing into your right foot because it's your left foot is stepping back. Big step back. You can bring your knee down. Lengthening up through the spine. Just stretching through that front leg. And now that knee goes down, both hands onto that front knee, and you can stay here and smile. Then inhale your arms out. Exhale, open your arms out to the side. Inhale, lift the arms up. This time exhale, bend your elbows, palms flat out to the side. You're going to blow out through your lips. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, blow out through your lips. And last one, I know this is our fourth one, but the first one wasn't great. And blowing it out. Press into both feet. Inhale, lift. Hands come onto that front knee. Slide your hands down. Lengthen through your back leg and step back into downward dog or both knees down into the flat back and the sunken back and rounded back. Press into your feet. We're staying here for 3 breaths. Keep your knees bent. So your knees shouldn't be turning towards each other. They should be just in alignment with the hips. Inhale and exhale and smile. Inhale and exhale and smile. Press into your hands a little bit more. Last breath, inhale. And exhale, smile. Everyone down onto their knees. sink your back and say moo. You don't need to do that. And exhale, curl, and just think a scaredy cat, rounded back, and this is what the yogis used to see. And so they practice becoming it. And how else will we find our fluid spine unless we watched animals sinking your back and rounding your back? Now, can you find that fluidity? My favorite thing is to just stay here, put a timer on for 4 minutes. We won't do that today, I promise. Just sinking and rounding. Just a few more. Just see if you can find your own fluidity in this beautiful practice where the breath finds its own path rather than us trying to control it. And then sitting your hips back. Keep your toes tucked under and just let your hands slide far forward. Exhale. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale, lowering your heart towards the earth. Inhale, head and shoulders lift. Exhale, bringing your heart towards the earth and inch your hands further away so you're getting a good stretch in your armpit area. Inhale, lift. Stretch your hands far away. See if your chest can hang between your arms and your hips. And then press forward onto your hands and knees. Bring the tops of your feet down and just pound your feet. And then roll your ankles one way. Rolling your ankles the other way. Finding your breath. And then bringing the lower legs down, fingertips come down. And that left foot comes forward. Lengthening through the back leg. You know where we're going. We're going into our forward fold. Finding a way to step forward. Hang your head. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Exhale and fold. This time your right hand comes in between the middle of your feet and your left hand opens out. And down. Left hand comes between the feet. Inhale and open out other side. And down. And changing again. Flatten your back if you can. Inhale and open. Exhale and lower. Inhale and open other side. Knees are still very bent. So as I lift my left arm, bend your right knee, opening out just a little bit more. Staying there and breathing in and out through your nose. And then lowering that hand down. Both knees bend the same now. Other side, left hand comes in between the middle of your feet, and then the right hand lifts up. Bend your left knee. My right knee is still bent. It just means my left knee is bent a little bit more. Find that long exhale if you can. And then lowering that hand down. Just folding to all of the power beyond our understanding. Both hands onto your knees. Lower your hips. Swing your arms up. Inhale and open. Exhale and lower. So then this time, a little bit, not speedy, it's just a little bit more fluid. Just moving through the practices and finishing on the side on the left. So we inhale and lift the arms. Take that breath in. Exhale, bend forward, fold. Right knee back and down. Both hands up onto that front knee and stay here. Press into both feet. Inhale, lift your arms up. Open the heart. Exhale down. Into downward dog if you can. Otherwise, into cat and cow. Exhale here. Just moving your feet. And then the knees come down. Sit your hips back. Stretch forward. Coming all the way up, fingertips down, and right foot forward, sitting into that lunge pose. And then when you're ready, step forward, hanging your head. This time we step the left leg back. Both hands onto that front knee. Inhale, lift your arms and bend your elbows out to the side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open them up. Inhale, lift. Opening them up. Inhale, lift, and then the hands come down. This time, left fingertips down, right arm lifts. Open it out. And the hand comes down. Front foot back, round your back. And then sink your back, full hands down. And then left foot forward. When you're ready, find your own way for the left foot to come forward. Sit into that lunge pose. And then right hand down, left arm lifts and smiling, open it out. And then that hand down. Turn the toes under. Lengthen through the back leg and step forward. Hang your head. Breathing out, hands onto your knees. Lower your hips. Lift your head up and rising up. Roll your wrists. I'm just going to turn to face you. There's no need for you to change where you are. So just lowering your hands onto your hips and we do a little tiny balance. Just letting everything settle. So breathe in. And it's like you're drawing the breath up from the soles of your feet to your heart. Breathe out and bring the breath down through the pelvis and the soles of the feet. So breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. Press into both feet equally. Inhale. Fill your heart up with warm golden light. Exhale. Bring the breath down to the soles of your feet. A little hint of a smile. Breathing in. And breathing out and down. And then one hand onto one hip and the other hand stretches straight up. And then we just go into small lateral bend. Strengthen your thighs and pull your knees up. So that just makes it a stronger practice. And then we change. You don't need to do a lot with lateral bends. They kind of do all the work. As you stretch, you inhale and lift. And you're arching, and it's more about this direction of a real gentle bend rather than a collapse on the inner side. Coming back to center. Your thighs will protect your back. Once your thighs are strong, they lengthen up and arch. Just stay here. Now I want you to notice that rib cage. Breathe in, and it's like you're opening up to the armpit. Exhale back to center. Breathe out. Breathe in and change arms. And then exhale to the other side. Keep your knees and thighs strong. Feel this rib cage. And now breathe in and all the way up. Exhale back to center and change sides. Inhale. And so this time all the way over. And now bring your hand onto your rib cage. Feel it move as you breathe in. Feel it move as you breathe out. Blow out through your lips. This time come back to center. Breathe in and breathe out and change. Inhale and lift and arch. Fill up. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Last one, inhale. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Bend your knees just to release that tension. Press into your feet and lengthen up. Inhale and hands onto your hips again, just for our balance before we rest. So standing on one leg and tipping the foot forward of the other. Inhale and lift that leg. Exhale and lower, and then bend the knee. Touch the toe down. Lift the leg up, lower the toe down, bend the knee hip height. Tip the toe down, lift the leg up, lower the toe down, and bend the knee. And then back to center. Exhale, bring the breath down. Inhale, lift. Press the breath down. Inhale, lift. Press the breath down and your hands onto your hips. A last standing practice. Step that other foot out, tip the toe down, lift the leg up. Tip the toe down, bend the knee. Find your breath, tip the toe down, lift the leg out. Tip the toe down, bend the knee. You feel it in the standing leg. Tip the toe down. Lift the leg up. Tip the toe down. Bend that front knee. Whew. Lower the foot down. Bending and wiggling the knees and the hips. Whew. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press the breath down. It's such a good practice to connect to the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bend your knees and come all the way down onto your back. I'm just going to get my socks there, sorry. It's just a bit cold. So, laying all the way down on your back, which maybe you're not used to, but it's a big part of the yoga practice. Most people really love it. And arms are just out. Bend your knees. And then press the whole of your spine into the ground and release. Inhale, you press the back into the floor. Exhale, relax. And last one, you press the back into the floor. And then you relax. And then just letting the knees rock a little bit one way and a little bit the other. One way and the other. And then the knees come back to center. Bring your thighs towards your stomach and your hands around your knees and draw your thighs towards your tummy if you can. Exhale your head towards your knees. Inhale, rest your head back. Exhale, bring your feet on the floor. Letting one leg stretch out and about 4 inches off the floor, let it drop. Breathe in and breathe out. And then the other leg stretches out. Let it hover for a moment about 4 inches off the floor. And then let it drop. Breathe in and breathe out. And one hand lifts 2 or 3 inches off the floor and let it drop. Breathe in and breathe out. And then the other hand lifts 2 or 3 inches off the floor and let it drop. Just finding a little bit of stillness in the outer edges of your body. Your eyes can look at the tip of your nose or close completely. And eyes closed completely is recommended for this posture. Now focus on the breath. I am actually going to sit upright because it's easier for me to talk that way. I would like you to stay just as you are. And finding your own breath as a way of bringing you back to this practice of sitting, of laying, of resting, of stopping, of coming into consciousness. As we do our best to move into stillness, which really there is no such thing unless there is no life. Because life is full of movement, it's just to still the body and find space between the thoughts is what we're seeking in this yoga practice. Let your eyes see the objects of this world, and let your ears hear the sounds of this world. While seeing and hearing, become aware of your body, resting here. Finding your very simple, quiet breath. The body refreshed from every breath you take in, and revitalized with every breath you press out. As you breathe in, count to 4. And de-stress your body by breathing out, counting to 8. Reducing the Vata Dosha. Inhale, you count up to 4 and fill the belly, the ribcage. Exhale, count to 8 and empty the chest, the ribcage, the belly. Inhale, counting up to 4, belly and ribcage. Last time, exhale, ribcage and belly, counting to 8. And when you are ready, you curl onto one side or the other as I ring a very sharp bell. Just allowing yourself to make your way up to a sitting posture and sitting in silence. Just sitting in silence. Palms upward opens to the universal consciousness. Palms downward, inward, turns towards our own universal consciousness. So thank you for joining me today. May we all be well. May we all be peaceful and at ease. May we all be filled with loving kindness. And may we all be happy. Thank you.